Welcome to the Jen Cares powered by Chozen Live podcast, a podcast that brings the community to you. Each week, we feature a guest that will help us stay in the know. We are here every Monday at 8 p.m. on Facebook and YouTube. Be sure to like, comment, and share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Now here's your host, Jen Cares.
Well, good evening, and welcome to Jen Cares, powered by Chozen Counselors. I am your host, Jen Cares, the founder of Chozen Counselors, a nonprofit organization that seeks to inspire, motivate, empower, and strengthen individuals and families. As always, I want to say thank you so much for tuning in, for catching a replay, for liking, for sharing, for commenting. I do appreciate each and every one of you. If you're watching this on Facebook, be sure to like and follow so that you know every time we go live and every time we're dropping something. And if you're on YouTube, be sure to subscribe so you see every time we're going live or posting this chat with Jen Cares, okay? Oh, friends, I love each and every one of you. As this is Women's History Month, we have to have one more for our last episode of the month. So today, in honor of Women's History Month, we honor Bernadette Mills. Now, friends, you ever met somebody? Let me come and show my face. You ever met somebody and it was just like the bomb.com? They swag how they did it like black girl magic. Man, Bernadette Mills is just that. She is a pastor, a counselor. She's the co-founder of Tailor Made Marriages. She has a phenomenal women's outreach ministry. When I tell you that she is the bomb.com, if you ever have the pleasure to come in her presence, you will see the glow that she has, the love that she has for others. And tonight, we honor and celebrate Bernadette Mills for Women's History Month. Oh, such a jump, okay? All right, let's get going. This month, our theme is I'm Still Marching.
Left, right, left.
And I hope that you have been enjoying this series. Last week, we had self-care with Dr. Kiera Everett, and I hope that, friends, you are engaged in self-care because it is so important to make sure that you're taking a moment for yourself. It was so many good nuggets shared. I do hope that you go and catch that replay if you missed it. Because it was so good. You know, sometimes we got to detox. We got to get into that self-care, take a moment for ourselves. We got to pause, okay? So, friends, be sure to catch that replay if you missed it. But most of all, make sure that you, my friend, engage in some self-care. Tonight, friends, we keep on marching, and tonight's topic is dream again. Because even though we're marching, sometimes we may drop our dream, we may give up on that dream, we may even think that dream is no longer possible. But guess what, friends? We are here tonight to let you know that it is possible for you to dream again. So help me welcome the amazing Beverly as we talk about dream again. And it's going to be good, friends. So come on. Here we go. Woo!
Hello.
How are you?
I am good. And how are you?
You know, I'm great. It's a Monday, but we are here to dream again.
Oh my God, I'm so honored to just be a part of this podcast today.
Oh, we are so happy to have you. Thank you for saying yes.
Yes.
So over here at Jen Cares, we always start with a quote of the day. And today's quote of the day is, Dream big, start small, but most of all, start. By Simon Sinek. Again, dream big, start small, but most of all, start. What are your thoughts on that quote?
That's like such a fact. You know how the young folks say facts? Yes, that is a fact. I think it's important that we do dream big, and that we do push ourselves to and aspire towards that dream that we ultimately have, that vision, that goal, that thing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's important that whatever that is, we strive towards that. Dreams are our desires. It's the things that we intend. It's our goal. And oftentimes we have things that keep us from our dream. And so it's important that we know and picture. I often say there are 3 categories. You have the dream busters, you have the dream motivators,
okay,
and then you have the dream pushers. You have to know how to identify those ones in order to get to that goal, that dream that you often want to get to. Yeah.
So we're gonna start there. Because you came in locked and loaded today. I see, and I thank you. So let's talk about what we're gonna break them down. What's a dream buster? Because I mean, we don't want no buster. I know what a buster is, and if that's the kind of buster, how can I identify them as well once you define what it is, who it is?
Well, our family can be a dream buster, a friend, a person. Because when you hang around, depending on the environment that you hang around and the people that you hang around, they can oftentimes steer you away from your dream and be a major discouragement. Sometimes even your parents. I remember knowing my background. My mom is very old school. And I remember when I told her I wanted to start my business, it was like, no, you leaving your job. And they believe so much in working for the corporate world and whatever, which is good.
Yes.
But sometimes in pursuing your dream, you have to take that step, that necessary step. And you may have to leave your job in order to start your dream. And she didn't mean to, of course. God bless her heart, but she happened to be in that category of a dream buster because she did not want me to pursue this dream. So it's simple as that. A person, you can be someone going through mental health problems or situation, depending on your status, an abuser, whatever it may be that may be holding you back from your dream. That is a dream buster.
I love it. We also like to have tough conversations over here. We bring the community to you, but we also will give you both sides of the coin, okay? Sometimes that family, sometimes that parent, sometimes that friend can be a buster where they discourage you. Why? Because they didn't have the capacity. Excuse me. They didn't have the capacity to even believe for themselves. So since they didn't have the capacity to believe for themselves, they think it's impossible for you. But times have changed, right? Things have changed and adjusted where what was impossible before is now possible, right?
That is so correct.
Day by day.
So correct, day by day. And I think it also has to do with the culture. Because you find that in other cultures, such as the Caucasian cultures, Asian cultures, they are pushed more to build businesses. And you find that the African American culture, they tend to push back because of, I guess, history, because of our environment, that our way of thinking, and we're so used to always working for the man. So it's a mentality, you have to work, but there are in pursuing your dream, what they're not understanding is you're trying to set up not just some pocket change for you, but to build a foundation that your family can eat off of. Your family can eat off of. And it's a mindset that we individually as African Americans need to build. You're seeing it now a little bit more in the community because there are so many different programs that are out there, especially during the COVID-19 period. 2019, there were so many different grants and opportunities that was opened for entrepreneurs, especially within the black entrepreneurs such as myself, even for women, those minority groups that have been overlooked over the years. Now there are so many opportunities there. So yeah, things are changing, and the way of the world is changing, and there's so much, and the small businesses, the entrepreneurs, we're the ones that build that help to build and make the community. So it's important that people understand how important to build the minds of individuals who have visions and dreams to dream again and to dream in building their business, because you're building communities, you're building wealth, you're building so much.
This is so good. And it's hard to break that cycle because, you know, our boys, they think that they have to just play basketball or football. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to do that, right? You can be a doctor. You can be a lawyer. You can be a judge. You can be the president of the United States of America, right? So a lot of times there's so many different things that we could do, but we feel like, no, this is the route that we have to go. The world is really your oyster. And sometimes we only see our community, so we don't see what goes beyond that. So this is why we try to do Gen Cares to kind of share what's in the community so that our adult friends can let our little friends know, ooh, check out this, look into this, see what we could do of building, you know, the community, to let them know, wait, it's more than just my street. It's more than just my house. What? So, dream busters. So how do I get to a dream motivator? What is a dream motivator?
Well, a dream motivator is someone who definitely encourages you. But you got to be careful of dream motivators because they can be enablers. And they can keep you in a certain place that you don't want to be. And they can stray you. Because dream motivators often are the ones that tell you you should do this and you should do that. And they're the ones that have never been or gone where you want to go. So it's important that you be very careful about your dream motivators. And again, they can be your friend. They can be that thing, that circle, that group, that whatever that thing is that is motivating you to take that step. You know, that step, that one step forward. I'm taking that step forward. And as I take that one step forward, my God, I'm motivated now. And I want to take the other step. And I want to move forward again. Those are the motivators. But oftentimes the motivators, they can be crutches. So you have to know who you're kind of counteracting with when you're pursuing your dreams. You have to know your influences. You have to know your mentors and the people that is pouring into your life as that person who's motivating you to move forward. Because oftentimes as a motivator, they'll keep motivating you and into going somewhere, and you may be in a place where you need to stop, because the pursuing of the dream doesn't mean that you have to get to the dream today for tomorrow.
Come on.
The pursuing of the dream means I'm pursuing it, and one day at a time, as I go to God, I seek him, and I'm going to follow what he tells me. And as he guides me, and there oftentimes he may lead me astray because there may be this situation I need to deal with right now. And I may need to put that dream to the side because there are priorities in my life, and you have to know when they come. You have to know. For example, you can be in such an abusive mindset, right? And you want to pursue a dream. But in order to pursue that dream, you have to deal with whatever is in that mind. Whatever psychological situation that you're dealing with presently has to be dealt with before you move on. Now, a motivator will come, and they not understanding your background can motivate you and push you into something you're not ready for. So the motivator, the dream motivators, they're great. They are the ones that stay on the sideline with the pom-poms cheering for you. And they're the ones, you need those. You need the dream motivators. You need them in your life. And oftentimes, especially when you're going through rocky times, and you really need that motivation, or you need someone to just get you back in that place or in that mood, they're there to pray for you. They're there to encourage you. They're there for you. They're holding your hands and saying, I'm going to be right here with you. motivating you and push, just being there for you.
That piece you shared of how sometimes they could be pushing you and sometimes you don't need to move more. You need to kind of stay where you are.
Because it's a process.
Yes.
It's a process. Yes. Even in getting to your dream, there's a process. Yes. Someone may be in an abusive relationship. And I want to dream again. I'm tired of this. This is what they're saying to themselves.
Yes.
And so my first step may be a shelter. But I want to become a therapist because I've been through this whole emotional drama and in my life, right? So now I'm in a shelter. But if someone pushes me too much without me getting healing and getting what I need to take it to the other step, now I've done skipped several steps and I'm not ready.
Friends,
I'm not ready to even handle the blessings of the dream.
I'm not
now. You're not ready for this. We're not ready. And so God oftentimes will take us through processes because he sees where the dream ends, where this thing ends, where it starts, how to stop, where to go. And we're the blindfold. And that flesh wants to move. That flesh wants to go. That flesh wants that dream because that's the most, oh my God, I got to get there. But take that time to be still sometimes. Count the cost. I'm going into another season. What do I need in order to accomplish this dream? I may need to be still for a little bit. I may need to close some doors. I may need to sit and fast for a day or two so that God can talk to me and input in me what is needed for the next step.
I appreciate if you didn't step on me and my friend's toes. Because sometimes we want things like if I'm gonna take it for the team, friends. I'm gonna take it for the team. Sometimes I want friends. I'm gonna do me. Y'all, I'm sure y'all find yourself, but just in case y'all want to say it, I take it. There are some times that I want something and I want to rush it, or I want to help out the process, and he don't need my help, right? And the piece that you said, sometimes you're not ready for the blessing. And sometimes the blessing is not ready for you because you got to level up, they got to level up, and you have to trust the process so that when it does come, that part of being still, it might be a closed door. You might have to close the door, right? Of a situation, person, place, or thing because it ain't right, but you're trying to make it work. It ain't what God wants, right? Some jobs, taking on too many, doing too much. I have to fast and concentrate something. Man, ain't nobody asked you to come on. Keep on talking. Keep on talking. Look, what they say, shut your mouth and keep on talking.
It's so important. I think these are things I don't think we consider when pursuing these visions and these dreams. And that's where the people like us comes in, the counselors, the coach, the wise.
Yes. Wise. There's a difference.
Listen, it's different.
Yes.
Wise counsel. Wise counsel says, I got experience.
Yes.
Okay. I've gone to that mountaintop. I've got some testimonies for you that I can sit and break down to you. I know the blueprint. And even if I don't know the blueprint, I can help you to get the blueprint because I've helped others get the blueprint. So those are the pushers.
Yes.
Those are the dream pushers. The dream pushers are often motivators, but they're pushers.
Okay.
And they're the ones that people don't like.
Of course. Because you want me to do what? I know I want it, but I got to do what?
They're the ones that will say, sit down. You ain't ready for this yet. You need to do this, this, and this so you can accomplish that. Now, when you accomplish that, come back.
And we try again.
And we're going to try again.
Oh, so good. And
those are the pushers. Those are the ones you really need in your life. Those are those consultants like myself, or a business coach, life coach, a therapist, a minister, a pastor, a deacon, a deaconess, someone, but definitely someone who has been down that road or understands that road, because it's important to also have a safe place and without judgment when you are in those places and when you are trying to get your dreams, because there's so much things to work out within you individually. And I believe as we depend on God to get us to that dream point, he removes the roadblocks, but the roadblocks aren't just the things that are in our way, but the roadblocks are even the mental things that we got to go through. It matures us. It helps us to be stronger individually. He allows things to happen to us so that we can see and count the cost. Okay, do I still want to keep going on with this? That's where some of the wise counsel comes in, that they can give you and say, look, make the plan. Write it down, make it plain. They know how to do that. They know how to instruct you. They know how to give you some type of clear vision, or if you come to them with your vision, they can give you or help you to get the goals and the objectives in order to get there. So you need, when you are going through your dream or building your dream or getting to your dream, whatever it may be, however it may be, that you have a dream pusher, someone in your life that can mentor you through this, whatever stage. And you'll know when you outgrow the pusher. You'll know when I've gotten to this place. Because even in dreaming, when you get to that place, you're going to dream again and again and again and again, because that's what we are. We're birthed. God birthed all these things within us. And it's important that as we birth, whether it's that business, whether it's that ministry, whether it's that nonprofit, whether it's that I want to travel and see the world, whether I just want to have that boyfriend, I want to get married again, whatever that dream is, right? That pusher has to be there. That mother in that church that says, that mother of Zion that has been married for years, and she wants to talk to you because she's saying, babes, you're not doing it right. You don't talk to that man that way. You're not going to get a man that way. And you need to sit still and wait and pray and watch how you do a thing. You need to read your word. Let God complete you, so that when that man comes, you are not trying to get him to complete you. Some of these are steps. You need that dream pusher.
And when you were saying that dream pusher and that process, it made me think of a doula. You know, that person that's helping you to birth that baby, helping you emotionally, helping you physically, helping you, the midwife to help you get there. Another dope part of the wise counsel, I want to just put that disclaimer out that the wise counsel has experience, but trust me, they also seek wise counsel as well. Why? Right. They don't want to steer you wrong, and they still got their own stuff they're going through that they want to kind of make sure that they're doing well too.
Yes. Yes. They're the ones that really go through a lot.
Yes.
They're the ones that actually sit silently in pain sometimes. But because they know what it is to be where you are, the person who's seeking the dream, it's a burden that's inside of them. Usually people who have a servitude heart, pushers.
Yes.
You know, and they often do it without any malice. It's like a sacrificial love that sometimes within, and it's not, you're not going to feel it where they're going to be all huggy and lovey, because there are days they're going to tell you as it is. This is not right. You may not like it.
And if we honest, like, it's sometimes that they don't necessarily want to tell you that either, because they've been there and they like, I understand why you want to do it, why you're trying to do it. I know it is good, you know, to do whatever it is. But the love in me that I have for you, that wants you to see the greater on the other side, says, sweetie, don't do it that way.
Don't do it that way.
But we don't want to hear that. What you mean I can't do it that way to get a boo thing? What you mean I can't do it that way to get a job? What you mean I can't do it that way to get a house? You know?
I have a friend of mine who was, I coached this person, and just a wonderful person, a woman of God. And she was going through a period in her life where she was unsure of a lot of things. Again, the process, right?
Yeah.
And me being that business coach, I had to let her go. she and I split ways. We didn't split ways as friends, because even in the midst of it, God was showing me where there is something he was doing in her life. So even though the business coaching was ending, oftentimes as that child or as that midwife or as that dream pusher, you can see the potential and you want to help so badly because you see it, you can feel it for them. So what I started to do as a friend was plant seeds and just talk to them throughout the years with, and I remember just about a month ago, this person came back to me and said, thank you for just pushing me to I didn't see what you could see. I couldn't see what you could see. And she's like, what made you just stay with me and push me to this level? And I said, because I saw your potential and I know what God told me about you. And I know that deep inside, this is your dream. This is what you really want. So why not do it? So every chance that I got, I planted a seed. Now, God says some plant the seed, some may dig up, but ultimately he gets the increase. He got the increase, right? But if I had stopped and not encouraged her and not plant that seed and just been like, well, she's not doing my business, so I don't want it. No, it's that sacrificial love that says, I need for her to birth this thing. I can't have her abort this baby. There's someone that's going to need this down the line. This service, this product, and it's needed. Right? There are things that God is birthing in us that are needed in the community, for individuals. There are people that have things that need to be birthed within them, but are so scared, are so fearful. And, because of their atmosphere, because of where they're from, because of what they know or their past or that hurt. Or they're in a situation where they can't even move, that thing gets stopped. And that baby gets aborted. And so I don't believe in aborting the baby at all. That dream, I feel like it's like you're aborting the baby when you say, I can't do this, so I'm not going to do this. And with God, all things are possible. That's what he tells us.
I'm sticking with this baby thing for a second, because then it also takes me to a breech baby.
Yes.
Right? And when it's a breech baby, we got to do something different, because we got to make sure the baby's in the right position to be able to come out. And sometimes our doula, our dream pusher, our dream motivator is encouraging us in some areas and we don't understand, but they're like, wait, I got to make sure it's trying to help you to make sure it's coming out right. Trying to make sure it's coming out in love. Trying to make sure it's coming out in peace. Because if it's coming out in anger, sometimes it's not going to give you the result that you wanted to give.
You're not going to get the result. You're not going to get the result.
So you got to trust the process. And if you identify this person to help you through the process, you got to hold on to know that through thick and thin, they're going to help you. Now, granted, sometimes we pick some people that we should not pick. There's some people that we know without a shadow of a doubt, they are supposed to be a part of our life. They are supposed to help and encourage us, uplift us, and things of that sort. We got to like them in the good and the bad. Our parents, we didn't always like, we got McDonald's at home.
But that's another thing when you're doing and you're pursuing your dream. You have to get to a place where you stand your ground. Once you have made that thing plain before God, like Habakkuk says, and God has blessed it, and he's saying move on with that vision, because the goal is to ultimately go to God, right? Because he is the director. He stands at the beginning. He's right there behind you, and he's standing at the end with his arms opening, waiting for you and saying, hey, servant, you've done that good job. He's always going to be there with us throughout that whole trail and that road. So the ultimate knowledge is God's there. So we go to him, we seek his face for the dream, and we ask him to give us direction through his Holy Spirit. We write that thing down, but also we visualize that thing. We have to visualize it. We have to get to that place where we believe that this is what's going to happen. I have this dream. It's going to happen. The plans the plan that you have, what you write down and you make plain, as you start writing it down and you break down the different things, the demographics, where, how, financially, how you're going to do this thing, what you're going to do, the vision comes. It comes. And as the vision comes, the motivation comes. Right? And then you're able, well, that should be like your first steps. And throughout, as you build the plan should have, okay, these are the different stages and these are the objectives in which I'm going to get to this stage, to that stage, to that stage. So there's a blueprint to always check back on.
Yes.
So you're not willy-nillying it, because I hate the willy-nilly. Yeah. You're just jumping, just doing whatever, anything, however, you're not going to get to your dream. And if you do, well, thank you, God. But it's going to be a challenge. Yeah. It's so important that you structure, you write it down, you break that thing down so that God, so even if as you revisit that plan, it may be something in there that may be inconsistent, a gap that may be missing based on the visualization, based on the competitor, based on whatever it may be. Now I can start putting it in and I'm prepared to walk this journey out now. Yeah. Because it's written down. It's been blessed. I have given it to God. He's given me direction to move forward, right? Now I can move forward in this, pursuing this dream. Now, are you going to be weary? Oh my God. Yes. Yes. You are going to be weary. There are times you're going to say, I don't want to do this ever again. Yes. And you're going to go to bed with that in your mind, but you're going to wake up the next day and you're going to do it all over again. Because if it is that it's in you and it's something that's your burden and something that you want to pursue, trust me, you're going to. And that's why you need the dream pusher around. Because those days that you don't and you're weary and you feel unmotivated, here comes that pusher making a phone call, say, come on, girl, I know you're weary, but let's do this thing. Yes. Even if I gotta come sit with you tonight. Yes. Let's do this. Yes. It's needed. It's needed.
You know, I will also just add, be careful of always putting a face to it. Or a name to it, or an area to it. Because unfortunately, sometimes it don't work out how you perceive it to. So we saw the Cinderella story. We saw the prince and things. And he said, "Oh, we found a prince. Might not be the prince you need, but he will send you the prince that's for you. Might not be the job you need, because I can tell you, I've had some job interviews. And I was like, oh yes, this is gonna be perfect, and it wasn't what God had for me. But it seemed like the job description seemed like it had everything I needed, but it wasn't the right fit for Jennifer. Okay, she lasted a month. I don't put that on my resume because that thing not from God, right?" So really taking that moment to sit with God when we're trying to connect the dots of the pieces of that dream that we have, that we're trying to birth, that we're trying to fulfill, so that we can really get his clarity. Because sometimes we could get our signals mixed from what we feel like we see, what we want. But make sure it's really what God wants, because we also get into some situationships where it's like God was like, don't do it, 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 don't do it. And we was like, I'm just trying it out. And we tried it out and we found out he didn't know what he was talking about. Yeah. So we can't trust him in one thing, but not trust him in all things. We got to trust him in all things, friends.
You got to trust him. But it's okay, because even in those fall moments, even in those moments that you think you fail and you didn't try, I can't even tell you how much I failed and tried again. And I tried again. I think those are the moments that define who we are, to push, because those moments, they help you to understand. So, okay, I made that mistake. That's a learning curve. I know not to do that again. Yes. I know not to go back there. It's important that you learn from those moments. Yes. And in pursuing your dreams, those are the things that is going to happen. Yes. You're going to have those moments. You're going to have those moments where you made wrong decisions. Oh my gosh, I let my flesh get in the way today. Oh well. Okay, we're going to dust our butts and we're going to get up and we're going to do this again. Yes. Because we know who's behind us. We know what's behind, and we know what's in us. which is greater than this world, greater than whatever. And it's one of the awesome directors that can direct, right, and guide us.
Yes. And to my friends that aren't familiar with the word flesh, it really just means that you want what you want to happen, how you want it to happen, when you want it to happen. And sometimes it's not about what we want. I know I don't like that either all the time. But it's what's better for the future. Because sometimes we're only looking at today. But there's somebody who sits high and looks low, and he sees beyond today. And we want to be able to trust that. We get inklings. We get like no niches where it's like, maybe I shouldn't go down that street. You know, somebody's seeing you for tomorrow to make sure that you get home safely. So that's what we say in the flesh of, dying to yourself, not about what you want all the time. Sometimes it's for the betterment of your household, for the betterment of your family, for the betterment of yourself. If I go and spend all my money at the casino and my mortgage not paid, my car note not paid, whose fault is it, right? So again, we can't do everything that we want to do. We have to be responsible. We have to mature, okay? Lydia said, hey, sis, she said, he will surely send someone to help you push the vision. He will. And
yes, he will. And Lydia, thank you. Yes, he will. I know Lydia was one of those people who kind of was she was an awesome motivator. And I think we both pushed each other as we were both pursuing our dreams. And he knows exactly who to send. But that's why it's important we identify the different categories I just mentioned, which is the dream buster, the motivators, and the pushers, because you'll know what and who they are, so that you'll know the season and the time they're needed, and when to run from whom and how to walk away from, because it's not all the advice that are given is good advice, and it's not everything that you hear and that someone tells you what to do during your walk and getting to your that you should do. You need to count the cost. You need to count where that particular word of wisdom came from. You need to know. You really do. Because that can determine sometimes if you're going to get to your dream, at a shorter period, or you may have to double back because of that mistake you made because you listened to someone and they told you to do a thing and you ended up in a not good place.
I tell you, friends, I hope that you're enjoying this so far, because you do want to be able to identify who that person is, like who sent you type situation. Are you here to really help me? And we have to evaluate, because sometimes we see stuff and we feel like it's all glitter and glam.
Yeah.
And then you start talking like, oh, wait, say that again. What you talking about? I was looking at a post today and it was a guy and a girl, they went out and she had text saying, I don't remember all the parts of it, but one of the parts where she was saying, what did she say? She asked him what kind of job he had or something, or how much he made and things of that sort. He's like, that's kind of, deep for us to be talking about just met and things of that sort. So then he said, well, what's your credit score? And she got offended. Wait, I'm asking you a question like you asked me a question. And sometimes we see these signs, but we let it go. And we're like, no, she was pretty. No, he was fine. Like, let me rock.
No.
We miss some red flags sometimes. And we let people get too close to our dream. And then they're busting it and they have no reason to bust it. It was like, well, no, this is a good idea. I know this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I know I'm supposed to be helping people. I know I'm supposed to be doing X, Y, and Z. And because they hate on us or they don't see it, because they can do their own dream. So again, paying attention to the different flags.
Distraction. Distraction.
Come on.
Distractions can be one of the major dream busters, because it can just totally push you away from your dream. Now there's somebody that comes into your life, or that thing that comes into your life as a distraction, and I don't know if people out there, some people may believe or not, but the enemy is real. The devil is real. He puts traps in our way so that we don't fulfill our dream, right? So it may be that person that he's sending, or that thing. It may be even an addiction.
Come on.
Whatever the addiction may be, they are major dream busters.
Yes.
these different types of addiction, and it doesn't just have to be drug addiction.
Mm-hmm.
You know, those are the things that can really massacre a dream. And it can just take you where now you're at a place where you can't even fulfill the dream, even after you have, gotten cleansed and fixed and worked on, and now the period is gone. Some dreams has to be done at certain times in your life. And so now the consequences are, I have messed up whatever dream I had because of a distraction that came into my life, a choice that I chose because of a lust problem or a pride problem. These are the things.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we got to recognize the busters, because they don't just come in human form. It can be so many different things.
So many different forms. And when you were saying it made me think of the watch and pray, right? So you're praying, but you got your eyes open. They be like, why else open? Because I got to watch, because something's trying to sneak up and get me off my game. He always provides a way of escape. But if I'm not paying attention, I'm too caught up in the hashakamasha's and hallelujahs, and I ain't seeing what's happening with my eyes. I'm going to get myself jammed up. I'm be with that buster.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be motivated to motivate me to do what they want me to do, not what I need to be doing for my own self.
Pastor, there's a pastor at our church that once said, I think it was Pastor Norman, and he once said, no, Minister Darrell. He's now a reverend in Atlanta, and he said that any man that comes into your life, and this is what came to me just now as you were talking. Any man that comes into your life, if he is the right person, he will never take you off the pathway that God intends on you to walk. He would be the one helping you through that pathway. And so it's important to recognize someone that takes you off the pathway that God has you on. That's a buster. And they're coming to remove whatever vision or thing that God intends on you. And that vision could be your purpose. That dream can be your purpose. Not just for you to take those dreams lightly. See? That can be that purpose in your life. There could be a person that's waiting in the balance for you to become that thing, so that they can get healed, so that they can hear your testimony, so that they understand who you are and who they are through you. There are people that are in the balance waiting for us to start and to push our dream forward. And know that there are people in this world that are so connected to us that we may not have met yet, because we haven't pursued the dream yet. We haven't done that vision, pursued that vision God birthed inside of us, because we're so afraid. We're allowing fear, and we're allowing, the job and everything else to push us and push the dream aside. And God is saying, I need you to see yourself the way I see you. I need you to understand that I did not give you a spirit of fear, but a spirit of love, power, and a sound mind. So it's important that we push fear out of the way. And if that's what you're feeling, again, that's a dream buster. Deal with that.
Yes. Let's talk about how we could be our own dream busters. Right? Because that fear part, I'm not dreaming again because I'm scared. Because if I'm dreaming again, I mean, I first had a dream and it didn't work out how I thought it was going to work out.
Yes.
So now my fears cause me to say, like, well, should I go out on a limb? Should I invest in myself again with the possibility of it not working out? Let's talk about that.
That we are our own worst enemies. Here we are. I often pray, God, hide me from the enemy, even if the enemy is me.
It's a song. Bruce Parham, hide me. He said, even if the enemy you hide is me. I'd be like,
because we tend to do things. Yes, we tend to we tend to make decisions for ourselves based on what we often see and hear instead of basing it on what God is directing us to do. There's this thing that's called obedience of the Holy Spirit, obedience to God.
Yes.
And we often overlook that and think, well, I don't see it that way, so yes. I'm just going to do it this way. And not understanding that whose report are you really going to believe? This man had led armies. He had his son died on the cross for us, okay? You think you know more than him? And that's what we really do. We think we know more than God. We really do. And we'll be like, nah, that ain't it. I don't even think I heard from God. I don't think he even said that.
Oh, I've been there. You know, we've all been there. If we're honest, we've all been there. We've been there. But I'm taking for the team, friends. I've been there. I got you. I've been there. I did a TikTok the other day. It was saying, God don't need our help. And how sometimes I feel like I gotta help him because he need to assist. And he's like, whatever prompted me to say that I had this for you, that means you already was doing what you needed to be doing. You was doing your part. And because I saw you doing your part, I said, let me consider my servant Jennifer. But Jennifer trying to put her hands in my pot is messing up my pot because you want to put off kilter what I put together. I got it just right for you. But you're trying to put your hand in, it's going to cause us to take a detour that I didn't want you to take. He don't need your help. Stay in your lane, friends. Stay in your lane. I'm sure that thing is better in your lane. Stay looking at me because I gotta remember, Jennifer. Yes. It's gonna work out. Do what you're doing. Stay focused.
Stay focused. Stay focused. Stay and always stay trusting. Remember, in everything, we cannot just trust and do for people just because. We really have to use God in that trusting. I shouldn't say for my husband, for my daughter, for certain people in my life. There may be areas that I don't trust in them. Trust God.
Yes.
To trust them. Sometimes you can't find it within yourself. That strength won't come from within yourself. So you're going to have to tap into God's strength because in your weakness, he's made perfect, right? So in those periods where I don't feel like it, I want to do me. It's so important that we trust God.
Yes.
Trust him in that decision, in that direction. And even when it doesn't look or sound good, my years of experience where I have been through so many things, there was a point where I was homeless.
Me too.
But God.
What God?
And I would have never thought I would have gotten to this place in
Come on.
But I had to trust and believe. And in that believing and dreaming again and dreaming, and there's a right way to do it. If you do it right and you do it according to his guidance and direction, oh my gosh, sky is the limit.
The sky.
The blessings that he will pour onto your bosoms. You will be so, oh my gosh, at awe at God. So it's a trust. It is a trust that you have to have when you are going through this dream again process, because you're going to have doubt. You're going to have weary moments. And he knows exactly when and who and how to send it, the timing, just like we talked about earlier, being still. He knows when we need to be still. There are times you go, oh my God, nothing's happening. This is not working out. That's not working out. Oh, okay. Well, you be still.
Oh,
because I'm going to make it work out later. This is not the time for you to go. Be still. Maybe because I need some of you. Maybe I need time with you to impact and put in more and pour into you so that you can become, because your character means more to me than this dream you're going to have. So this process that you're going through, while I'm getting you to this dream, while I'm getting you to this place, I'm molding you too. I'm shaping you, baby. You are my child.
Yes.
And I love you. And just like a mother wants to structure her son or her daughter, just so the God, our God, Yahweh, wants to do the same in us. And he gives us a great shepherd who often will save, deliver, mold, defend. I can go on.
James Cleveland wrote a song. I don't feel no ways tired. I've come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me the road would be easy, but I don't believe he's brought me this far to leave me. And that's in the process. If we're saying that we trust God, we gotta.
He gonna test you on that.
Oh, baby. He's like, do you really trust me? Let me just throw this out there. I just want to see. And guess what?
He's just gonna throw something in your way just to see if you're gonna stay and do as I tell you to do, or you're gonna do your own thing.
If you're gonna do your own thing, friends. Can I tell y'all a secret friends? I'm getting my words twisted because I be stressing over getting my questions together to send out to these guests. But can you believe that we still just stuck on the first couple of words? I ain't even get to ask no other questions, but this has been so good.
I love the genuine thing because you when you have too much questions that you put together yourself.
Oh yeah, no.
You don't give Holy Spirit room to just flow.
And that's what I told you before. That the questions are just there as a guide. But it's funny because I'll be like, what am I going to ask? Like, I got to have my pieces together. And then that part two, friends, and trusting the process, you just got to be ready. It's a study to show yourself approved. That means I have to have the pieces that I need.
I love it. That's it.
He'll give us what we need. Before I start any live, I always start with a prayer. And my prayer is similar. The same thing every time. God, when they tune in, God, I thank you for the opportunity to talk to your people. Then I say, God, may they join and hear something that's going to encourage and strengthen them to keep on going in this thing called life. May they hear something, meaning that whatever they need to hear, let it be that. And I'm so appreciative to how, when we just trust the process, when I dream again to come on again on a Monday at 8 p.m. and find a new friend to share some information that is always encouraging, it's always uplifting, which becomes a dream motivator for me, a dream pusher for me, and a dream, it busts all the doubts of my dream to let me know that this dream still has life and we got to keep going. This is amazing. I mean, you did that, girl. We did that. That was good.
Yeah.
You're right. We did that. We did it. And Jesus, he gets glory because it gets hard.
It does.
It gets hard. But if we keep on believing in whatever our dreams are, if we connect with the people that need it to happen, and it's crazy because I'm in my head. I did a day of empowerment conference last year, and I said I wasn't going to do it this year because it stressed me out a little bit. I ain't going to lie. And truth be told, I'm helping with 2 major conferences this year. So I'm like, Jennifer, you don't need to be doing nothing. But in my heart, I'm feeling like I want to do something that's free.
You want to give back.
Because that's always my heart, right? So now I got to figure out how I'm going to make this work on top of the other 2 that I'm already connected with. But why? Because the heart is to be able to help somebody else. The heart is to encourage somebody to dream again. The heart is to be that motivator, that pusher, to help you identify the busters.
Yes.
So that you could go forth and keep on marching in whatever it is that you were birthed to do here on earth.
That's correct. That is correct. Yes.
So, Beverly, tell my friends who you are. Tell us a little bit about yourself. I mean, as we come to a close, I want them to, anything else you want them to know about who you are before you tell us what you want us to walk away with?
Well, I am, as you can tell, I'm a business coach. I love motivating people. It's very hard for you to come into my presence without leaving, without being motivated. Yeah. I love to motivate people. It brings me great joy. I love to serve. I always have that servant heart. I love doing stuff like that. So my business is called BSF, Business Design, where I help others, start their business, entrepreneurs, small businesses, whether you're expanding or what. And I help them with branding, from anywhere, branding, digital marketing, business planning, whatever you need. It's like a one-stop shop. I am also the host of The Grind Behind the Business, which is a podcasts that just interviews entrepreneurs and small businesses, whether being from within the church setting, a pastor, author, a business person, whomever, because I always believe in building up entrepreneurs within the community. That's like my big niche. I love that part of it, just to work and network together. It was something that I was so fearful of doing a couple years ago, and the COVID pushed me. I'm an introvert by hand, but I love networking. God pushed me out there and I love doing it. And it kind of reminds me of one anothering, where you can sharpen iron with other people and connect, and then also refer and help and serve. So it just works hand in hand, and that's what I'm all about. So in a whole nutshell, loving God, God's kid. Loving being God's kid.
I love it. I love it.
Yes.
Friends.
I am so honored to be here. Girl, you have no idea. I've watched your program several times with different people that I know, you know. And I just love and just also how you support a lot of us Black women. Just I just love that. And we need more folks like you to bring out the counselors and the coaches and the folks like us. We are so like pushed behind the scenes most of the time, and we never get heard. You know, we're always behind, and you get to see all the businesses and all the places that have been built and started, and those products and services that you help to build, but we're often never talked about. So this is just so beautiful for you to just give us our kudos and our flowers.
Absolutely. Thank you. It's an honor. I'm just trying to, again, let the community know of the amazing resources that we have. And I'm always working to normalize the importance of talking to somebody, addressing our mental health. Because if we don't talk about it, we go and spiral out, because the battlefield is really in the mind. And if our bounce back is not as strong as it used to be, or it's not strong and strengthened, we have a problem in our community. And I don't want that to happen. So I want to cry out and spare not to make sure that we okay.
Can I invite anyone to a pop-up shop that I'm having on the 1st of April? Myself, BSF Design, Business Design, in conjunction with Alston Automotive. We're having a pop-up shop and a car show in one. And this is going to be April the 1st on 6345 Broad Street. And I'm inviting everyone who want to come out and just enjoy. It's going to be a clean, enjoyable evening day where you can come and support vendors, entrepreneurs, see beautiful cars, classic cars, hydro cars, bikes and such, and just have a wonderful time. And it's free. Come on out.
Very nice. I will for sure find that and share that in my story so everybody can see it. Friends, go. It's going to be good.
Yay.
You know, you might even see me pop up. You know why? Because we support each other, and that's what it's all about.
Yes.
Friends, this is so good. Let me see the comments. So proud of you both. Lydia, we are proud of you as well. And friends, I'm proud of each and every one of you for staying on, to be encouraged to keep on marching and dream again. Oh, hey, Mama Wanda, this is good. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Mama Wanda. You know, churches have a church mother. Chozen. Jen Cares has a mother, and that's Mama Wanda. Mama Wanda is Jen Cares' mama for the pieces. Hey, Nicole, good information. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. Thank you for joining us. Mama Wanda's back, and that's why I'm still here. Absolute, Mama Wanda, we're going to stay here. We're going to push it out to continue to help these people and help us keep it together. This was so good. What's something you want us to walk away with? I can't wait to watch this again. I always watch it. I take notes, and then, but yes. What's something you want us to walk away with?
I want you guys to walk away with the fact that dreaming again is possible. For the person who may think it's not, and may be presently in a situation where they feel like everything they see and what's around them is just not leading towards this goal at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I can never come out. Listen, if you have God on your side and you can talk to him and you can pray and praise your way through a thing, God will guide you to that dream.
Yes.
Let him be your compass.
Yes.
But definitely dream again. God's waiting for you to just come to him to ask him so he can help you. But it is possible to dream again. Find your place, find that meditation, find that self-check, find yourself. Just think about it, write it down, look into stuff, remove the fear, go to God, let him help you step by step. You'll get there. You'll get there.
I love it. This has been amazing. I thank you. This has been a pleasure. This has been a pleasure. I thank you. I thank you.
Yes.
Mama always said, I'm honored. Dreaming again is possible. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
And when you dream again, you complete it. Guess what? You could dream again.
Yeah.
And again. And again, because there's more to you. There's more.
Yeah.
This is dope. I thank you so much for doing this, Beverly, and I hope that you have a great evening. I'm going to find the flyer so I can for sure post it, try to add it to my calendar to make sure I make an appearance. But thank you.
Thank you. I'm so honored and I'm so blessed. I enjoyed this whole entire hour that we've been here talking. I love the conversation. Thank you.
And please know you're on my list because I'm going to connect with you for a couple other things for sure. May you have a great evening.
You do the same. Bye-bye now.
Good night. Oh, friends, I hope that you enjoy Beverly. Yo, dream again. Nights like this, my heart is full when it happens often. I won't lie, because I'm just so excited to be able to share some information with my friends that tune in, that come back and watch again, that pays attention to be able to share with somebody else, because it goes beyond just tonight's live. And friends, so good. Friends, don't forget our quote of the day. Dream big, start small, but most of all, start. Again, dream big, start small, but most of all, start. By Simon Sinek. Whatever it is that you are inspiring to do, friends, you can do it. And I believe in you. So that means it is possible. Our Women's History Month today, we honor the amazing Bernadette Mills. Man, this lady is the bomb.com. If ever you come across her, she is just a ball of sunshine. She is a lover of the people and has a heart to help all. She's a pastor, a counselor, co-founder of Tailor Made Marriages with her amazing husband and 5 children. Yo, that family is the bomb.com. So yes, tonight we honor the amazing Bernadette Mills. Excuse me, friends. I'm so excited. Be sure to join us next month because our theme is Life Be Lifin'. Check out who we have coming.
I wanted to be a Toys R Us kid. Tune in to the Jen Cares April series, Life Be Lifin'. On Monday, April 4th, we will have Christina Upshur for Virtue. On Monday, April 10th, Steve the Legacy will join us for Act and Grow. On Monday, April 17th, we will have Juanita Willis for The Cost of Me. We will close out with Tanisha Harris for Healing and Hope on Monday, April 24th. Tune in on Facebook or on YouTube by searching Chozen Counselors on Mondays at 8 p.m. Be sure to mark your calendar and tell a friend, as this Gen Care series is brought to you by Chozen Counselors.
Friends, we have some heavy hitters coming, so be sure to tune in next month as we kick off Life Be Lifing. It's going to be good. As always, friends, if you have a topic, idea that you would like us to talk about, be sure to send it on over. If you'd like to be a guest or know somebody that would be an amazing guest, be sure to send them on over. We're now scheduling for June and July. So, friends, we are moving. We are rocking. May is finalized. So she's working to keep it going. That keeps me motivated to keep on bringing this great information to you. I love you all for real. Thank you so much for joining. May you have a great evening. And it's Monday. So guess what? Have an amazing week knowing that you can dream again. I love you. Good night.
Friends, we thank you for joining Jen Cares this week. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Unable to watch us live? Be sure to find us on your favorite podcast platform. You can also visit our website, chozencounselors.com. That's Chozen with a Z, so that you can stay in the know and most of all, never miss a show. If you found value in this episode, we'd appreciate you sharing it with a friend. Most of all, be sure to tune in for our next episode next Monday at 8 p.m. right here as we specialize in bringing the community to you.